This was for sure one of my top rows to give to their opponents, and we're off. We've got our series station. This will look very familiar, same as every other Super Metroid run anybody has done ever that isn't an RTA category that starts on Zebes. So let's take a look at row 5. Both runners will have to do row 5. Skip charge beam. Congratulations, you have already accomplished that. Also, I'm sorry, you won't have charge beam for the rest of the run. Collect all 40 criteria missiles. That's Gauntlet. That's the 230 bomb missiles that are usually picked up last in 100%. And then also that is all of the missiles around Wreck Ship. Not actually in Wreck Ship, but the ones in the bottom of the moat, the ones above ocean, all of those missiles they will have to pick up, which means they will have to go through Wreck Ship. Defeat Ridley. This fight that they just finished does not count, just to be clear. That was not defeating Ridley. That was Ridley toying with you and then grabbing the baby and running away. They will be going all the way through Lower Norfair without charge beam to fight and kill Ridley before finishing. Criteria map station or wrecked ship map station. That is a gimme tile. Both of those are pretty trivial to get. As we already said, they have to do wrecked ship. So I expect, criteria isn't very far of the way either, but picking up either of them is pretty free. And then finally, 30 plus power bombs. There's a couple on the way to Ridley that they could get, and there's 25 in Brinstar that are sort of the quick ones to get. They can skip 4 power bomb packs for all of their routing, and we'll see which ones they choose to get and which ones they avoid. There's a few that are out of the way that they'll probably want to skip. They can help it. Looking at some of their other choices, I think there's some sneaky bad tiles in here that people don't immediately look bad, but are pretty bad. Wreck Ship Reserve eliminates the possibility of doing Wreck Ship first. I mean, technically you could, but then you're going through it twice, and doing it first doesn't really help you at all. 100 missiles is a lot of collection. Defeat Croc and Ridley. Collect Spacer. That's probably the worst tile on the board. Who wants Spacer, right? And then the gimme tile. I think Column 4 would have been a good choice as well. We can start thinking about what they might be pairing with this row as they head down and pick up their Morph Ball. Morph Ball, one of the required items that you will have to get. Spacer hype. Ugh. With the tiles that they have to do, and having to go all the way through Wreck Ship and Lower Norfair, my guess is they're going to be attempting to skip Meridia entirely if they can possibly do it. So things like collect all 15 Meridia Supers, they'll probably try to avoid, although collecting the Supers isn't so bad. That's just Aqueduct, Crab Supers, and Beach Supers. They wouldn't have to go very far, but I think if they can, they'll skip as much Meridia as possible. Looks like Ddraig is going to go ahead and pick up some Brinstar missiles. These are not criteria missiles, for what it's worth. These are Brinstar. That could point to him somehow tying in that 100 missiles square, since he has to get 40 already. Maybe he's going to pick up 60 somewhere else and do that tile. Some other sneaky bad tiles, by the way. Visit the Critters means coming all the way back up with speed. Is that literally? I haven't gotten through the whole thing. Is that literally the only other one without Meridia? Yeah, I guess we got Finishing Spring Ball in column 3, Space Jump in column 2. defeat Bot Wound in column 5. Row 1 has defeat Bot Wound, row 2 has space jump, row 3 has spring ball, and row 4 has Meridia supers. So yeah, maybe. Oh man, so their choice to avoid Meridia could be to have to get Wreck Ship Reserve. Oh, that's a terrible pairing. Finishing in Spring Ball Room isn't too bad. I also think collecting all 15 Meridia Supers isn't too bad, depending on what else is in the row. Belthasar finishing up his BT fight. Bombs, another required item that they're going to have to get. Visiting all 3 Brinstar energy recharge stations is another sneaky, terrible one. It's essentially visit the Decora, which is always out of the way. Yeah, there's just some pretty terrible options here for these runners. Belthasar remembering to go get these criteria missiles here, so he doesn't have to come back down and get them. Ooh. And Ddraig doing the same. You know, column 1 isn't bad, although 10 E-Tanks is quite a bit as well. That's true, although they may want to do it before they get speed. If they decide to go Wreck Ship first, they won't have speed when they come back through Brinstar. They'd have to come all the way back up from Norfair. Thank you for the good luck, Kip. Hope you're having a fantastic... Oh, very nice D-boost by Belthasar after picking up that E-Tank. I like it. Hope everybody's having a fantastic 4th of July. You know, I kind of feel like assigning column 4 might have been better in this scenario. Because I think column 4 is worse than what you would pair with row 5. And if you pick column 4, I think the only thing you're going to pair with it is row 5. Because everything else is terrible. And doing column 4 and row 5 is going to be an awful routing nightmare. Belthasar missing that mock ball, but second first try. Gonna get these early supers, skip that Spore Spawn fight. And gonna head back and get the Brinstar Reserve. That could indicate also getting these missiles. So he may also be going for 100 plus missiles if he's doing that. And picking up Brinstar Reserve. It's sort of interesting because column 5 is sort of a worse row 4. Except you don't have to visit the other energy recharge stations. It's a good question. Where are the 3 energy recharge stations? There's one before Craig. There's one by the Decora, and there's one somewhere else. I would probably have to look that up on a map. Looks like Belthasar is going to pick up these extra supers as well. Smart idea, considering he can't get Charge Beam. And so they're going to need a lot of... They're going to want 30 supers, ideally, for Ridley. Although that's going to be tough without Meridia. Oh yeah, the Sloaters refill. Oh man, shoutouts to Sloaters. Can't spell Sloaters without oat. I don't know what that means, but it's true. He's going to be coming back through Brinstar, likely to pick up the power bombs that are through there, so he'll probably get those other missiles then. Ddraig following suit, picking up his Spore Spawn supers. Unfortunately, we will not see Spore Spawn this round. Got no Spore Spawn tile for the runners to pick. Belthasar doing us a favor, showing us the map in case we're lost. Wants us to know where we're at. And I think he's trying to decide if he wants to go up or down. Looks like he's going to go down. If he is doing column 4, then he could be going down to kill Ridley, and then come back up, clear out Wreck Ship, get the rest of his criteria missiles. It would actually be a lot faster to do that because he wouldn't have to sit through bowling. He could skip all of bowling and just go through attic and pick up the missiles. But he didn't get Spacer, so maybe he's not doing column 4. Yeah, Sloaters is one who slows. Ddraig also going down. Very nice moonfall past the turtles. Belthasar, remembering he wants to go kill Kraid, pick up Varia before he goes down there. Got a little too excited to pick up his high jump boots, and instead he's going to go kill Kraid and get Varia first. Sorry, frogs, not turtles. Everything in this game is a frog. Ddraig, right behind Belthasar. I'm gonna head to pick up his Varia suit as well. Oh, be careful, Belthasar. That is some... Oh, I would have picked up some health from those guys. Belthasar, a riskier man than I am. Looks like Ddraig is going to go up and get this energy recharge station. So that's the first one of those. Sounds like he might be doing row 4. I think that's a good choice. I think of all the Meridia dips, it's definitely the least amount of Meridia dips. Everything in Prime saves 8 seconds, huh? Everything saves some multiple of 8 seconds. That's true. Are you retiring, Derp? That's a shame. Can you retire after our match? Yeah, very nice Kraid quick kill by Ddraig. Belthasar having to put a few extra missiles in for Kraid, taking him to prom. And hold on, because my Beagle needs to get out. Alright, we're back. Alright, Belthasar picking up his Varia, Ddraig picking up his Varia. We're going to switch audio now, because now Ddraig's ahead. This is a close race, although I don't know how many missiles each has, and that can affect where people are at greatly. But yeah, missing that crate quick kill can really just be a drag on your fight. Get it? That choke would have been better if Ddraig had missed a quick kill. That's okay. I made it anyway. I went there. Neither of our runners went to the Criteria map station. I sort of expected that. Wreck Ship map station is a little bit more on the way. Less door transitions, and no reason to go into both. Synchronous energy tank pickups on the screen. Very nice. Ddraig picking up his jumpy shoes. Jumpy taller shoes. One of the best movement items in the game. I love that mouth ball. That's one of my favorite mock balls in the game. It just feels so good to get every time. And Belthasar right behind, picking up his high jump boots. It'll be interesting to see if either of these runners decide to head down into Lower Norfair. They'd need to pick up like Croc PBs, and maybe that's what Belthasar was trying to decide if he should run up and get PBs before coming down, or if they're gonna go collect movement items and then go up, do cleanup, and then come back for Kraid. They could essentially run New Route up through Ridley, and with obviously the extra power bomb collection, or maybe it'd be more akin to 100% up through Ridley, and then skip all of Meridia on their way down, except for what they need to do for their other row. Oh, King Kak wins that round by against Ddraig. Round 2. Fight! Ddraig wins round 2. Ending King Kak's reign of terror for now. It's interesting to me that neither runner picked up Spacer, but I feel like Spacer's in a likely column that our row that they're doing, but I could be wrong. Especially since Ddraig visited the energy recharge station. High five coming out of Speed Highway right there. There is a missile recharge square, that is true. He could be doing column 3. That is totally valid. This is one of the funs of commentating Dab is I have no idea what they're doing, so we get to just make it up as we go. Looks like we'll see if Ddraig heads down to Croc. He is not. He is moving on out. Gonna head to Wreck Ship, I would guess. Belthasar, on the other hand, going out the top route? Not sure why. I feel like it would definitely be faster to take Frog Speedway. Maybe what went through his mind is that he doesn't have power bombs, so he can't get down there, forgetting the kind of vanilla vanilla route that you can take to get there. Deciding to forgo the wall jump there, just do these bomb jumps to get up. Yeah, I agree, Link. I think it's... And it's not a huge mistake even. Like, it cost him a couple seconds, I think. I think it would have been a few seconds faster because of froze. But it's not anything major. We'll see if he picks up oh, he's doing Alpha Spark, so he's definitely not going to pick up Spazer now. Oh, shoutouts to Goop. Nice D boost from that frog up there on the ceiling frog. So far, both of our runners' routes have been very similar. They're... Oh, and now we have diversions. It's like Belthasar's going to go do his Brinstar cleanup first. Although, going this way without power bombs seems like a mistake. Unless he's just going to get the energy refill, but he needs to pick up 25 or 30 power bombs anyway, and he can't get any of them without having a power bomb. Unless he's going to meme dance when he gets up there. And I think Belthasar has just realized his mistake and is turning around. These dab cards will do funny things to your brain, and you'll start going one direction, and then suddenly remember that you can't do that, and go the other way. Yeah, I think he did, Neomek. I think he was routing it out in his head as if he had power bombs, and he hasn't picked any up yet. Oh, missing that hero shot, unfortunately, catching one of the frogs. Ddraig heading into Phantoon fight has a little bit more equipment set than you would normally have in Old Route Any %, so hopefully it's a pretty comfortable fight for him. Neither player grabbed Criteria Map. I'm expecting them both to get Wreck Ship Map Station, just as Ddraig just did. Wreck Ship Map Station is a little bit more on the way. Fewer door transitions. And as long as you get it before you kill Phantoon, it's pretty safe. Alright, now Belthasar has power bombs. We'll see if he decides to loop through Brinstar or go do Wreck Ship first. Their only option for this fight, since they cannot pick up charge, is to use Dopplers. If you shoot missiles while you walk or run towards Phantoon with a certain cadence, you can get more than the intended one missile, I guess, before closing. If Phantoon takes more than, I think it's 250 damage, in a short period of time, he'll close his eye and start the next phase. So that's why you see runners shoot 2 missiles, wait a tick, shoot 2 more missiles, and then do a Doppler where we try to get 5, 6, or if you're Fuzda, you get 12 missiles in. Very nice fight by Ddraig. cleaning that up. Belthasar right behind, heading into wreck ship now. Oh, double shoutouts to Goop. Looks like Belthasar's going to go for Ocean Fly. I think he might have it here. Looks good. Although he only has 142 energy. Oh. A little bit early. Ddraig going to pick up these right side supers. I thoroughly encourage both runners to pick up both of these supers. They're not very far out of the way, and they are going to make Ridley much easier. It's a really nice spark by Belthasar. Made sure to do it high enough that he would bonk on that wall, which saves him a little bit of energy. Mimi fan, this is losers bracket round. I want to say round 3 or 4. Could be wrong. Losers bracket round 3. All right, Belthasar's going to have to be careful here with 40 energy. I think a nice tactic to have in your pocket here it would be to transfer 1 energy from your reserve into your energy so that it doesn't one-shot you if you touch anything here. Oh, he has Varia, so I guess it does less damage. But 25 health. I didn't see how much he had in his reserve, but it's not a super comfortable position. Ddraig going to pick up these criteria missiles. These are not wreck ship missiles. These are criteria. Nice fast from Phantoon for Belthasar. Oh, unfortunately, that was what I was talking about. He was a little too quick with that 3rd missile, and so because he did more than 250 damage, he sent Phantoon into the next phase. All right, another nice fast from Phantoon for Belthasar, and just gonna do because this is a smart strategy because of his health. Jeepers, he's getting all fast. What is this? Because of his health, he's just sort of oh man, if he was gonna get another fast there, I was gonna throw my card out the window. Because of his health, he's just making sure to get some damage in and be safe about it. Farm some health from the flames and get Phantoon off screen so that he can't get damage. Ddraig taking his bowling strike, going down into the pin return area. He has 1 more criteria missile on this side of moat to pick up, and then he also needs to do gauntlet still. Gets his gravity suit. That will make everything much more much swimming. I wanted to make some kind of swim joke there, but it didn't come. So gravity suit is awesome. I think we all like it. Yeah, he'll need to pick up moat missiles as well. Luckily, that's going to be real hard to forget since he has to go right past them. That's what I was going for, Spaghetti. That's much better than what I came up with. Belthasar forgot to go to the map room before wreck ship was activated, and you can see why it's a little bit easier to do beforehand. You don't have those atomics flying around. Luckily, he's got plenty of ammo, so he can just shoot them with supers. He's going to pick up likely 10 more supers here in a minute. Looks like Ddraig's going to pick up criteria PBs. That'll be if he picks up all of Brinstar, then this would be his extra 30th PB that he needs to get for his Forest Row 5. Oh, beautiful speedball through those blocks. That was very pretty. I approve. I think column 4 is terrible. Like, it might be a good one to do with row 5. I think especially since they both went down to get speed and get Varia before they went to Rick Ship anyway. I think column 4 is pretty good. I think column 1 or row 4 is a little bit faster, but I could be wrong. There's a few that dip a little bit into Norfair, into Meridia that aren't too bad, I think. Yeah, neither player got Wreck Ship Reserve, so I don't believe that they will be doing column 4. If they were going to do it, I think they're going to change it now because nobody wants to go back through to get that. I guess Belthasar might get it, so he's still got the chance. Ddraig picking up I believe his last criteria missiles. Oh no, wait, he has one more to get, if I remember right. Yes, that's correct, Spaghetti. That's an easy one to forget. I think column 4 is the only option to avoid Meridia, derp. Literally everything else has something in Meridia. Like, it's this fantastic checkerboard pattern of Bot Wound, Space Jump, Spring Ball, and Meridia Supers. They both got 230 missiles already. Alright, Belthasar picking up his gravity suit. We'll see him following Ddraig back to Brinstar shortly. And some more supers for Ddraig. More ammo for Ridley, surely. Meridia's not awful, but in Dab, you want to avoid big areas as much as possible. So if you can avoid all of Meridia, then that's less travel to do what you need to do. If you end up going through all 4 major areas, or if you did a row that had like Space Jump, for instance, that means you're basically killing every single boss. He's picking up the Brinstar power bombs, Bob. He may be visiting the critters. Although he didn't destroy a statue on the way down, so I don't think he's doing column 5. Yeah. Looks like Ddraig is going back to get the missile recharge station. Nope. Looks like he's going back to maybe destroy a statue. He could be doing column 5, actually. Column 5 is not, as I was looking at it, is not that bad. You basically swap defeat Bot Wound for finish an elevator, 10 E-tanks, and 15 Meridia supers for column 1. It's not too bad. Bot Wound is pretty quick to fight. I actually liked Derp for this card. I actually like assigning column 4 because I think if you assign column 4, you have to do row 5. Like nothing else is gonna be worth doing. There is Ddraig destroying a statue. That is certainly pointing towards. Oh, Belthasar didn't quite get the door, which is actually impossible without wave. So I can see why he didn't get it. The reason they picked row 5, I'm guessing, is skip charge beam, defeat Ridley, and 40. Like that, it's a lot of collection, and skipping charge beam and killing Ridley is terrible. Is overrated in that people think it's harder than it is. Yeah, I agree, Derp. I don't think 35 power bombs is that bad. I think 40 is pretty terrible, but 35 isn't bad. All right, looks like Ddraig has visited the critters. I also think 100 missiles is not that bad because you can get 50 in Brinstar super easily, and you can get 50 in Norfair super easily. We'll see if Belthasar decides to. Yep, Belthasar also is going to go destroy statue. So it looks like both players are likely doing column 5. Mission Impossible is a power bomb in Big Pink. Ddraig remembering to go up and get those missiles. You know, I think defeat bot wound might be faster than 100 missiles. Like if they both have 50, it means you have to pick up 50 more, which is 3 minutes of fanfare. Like just the fanfare alone is 3 minutes. And I feel like I could get to bot wound, kill him, and get back in under 3 minutes. But I could be wrong. You'd also have to kill Croc and get Wreck Ship Reserve. So yeah, I really like column 5 with this now that I think about it. Yeah, the destroy statue is always just the G4 statue. It just means to destroy one of the gems from the G4 statue. Yeah, you're going to get the supers anyway. But not the missiles. You don't need that many missiles for it. If you're going to pick up you pick up all the Brinstar ones since they're mostly on the way. You pick up the 2 in Wreck Ship, and you're basically good. You could pick up, actually pick up like Aqueduct supers since you're there anyway to kill bot wound, and you'd have 30, and you'd be good to go. I mean, nobody wants to use missiles on Ridley. Ugh. I think. Let's see. It looks like Ddraig just has to. He's going to go kill bot wound, head down, pick up one more power bomb on the way. Likely power bomb's a shame, and defeat Ridley. It'll be close. It'll be close to 15 minutes for Ddraig, I think. And looks like Ddraig's going to pick up Crab Supers. That's another good option to get 30 Supers. Oh, Belthasar going for a nice speedball there, unfortunately. Bonking a little bit. Yeah, the next race is Woody and Ark, and I think it's likely Ark was going to be a little bit late, so we might be okay. I guess we'll find out. Ddraig making a safety save here. Botwoon is one of the few places that you can soft lock if you don't have enough ammo. So don't blame him at all for that. Alright, and that should be one dead Sneck as Belthasar heads out of Brinstar here. Likely gonna take the same path Ddraig does, heading down down to Botwoon and then down to Lower Norfair. I wonder if the pit would have been fast. Well, probably maybe not without space jump. It's a little bit more annoying to get through those rooms, those sand rooms. And we may have another high five here shortly. This is actually a really close race, and Lower Norfair without charge or any beams. It's going to be a little bit different, and then these runners may not be used to it. So we'll see how they handle things like worst room in the game without plasma and ice. Door high fives are the best high fives. Belthasar also going to pick up Crab Supers here. I mean, it's definitely not faster to go for Screw, but it might be safer. I think it is Derp. Croc is a really slow fight. Wreckship Reserve is with the worker robots is really annoying. And 100 missiles isn't fast either. I think Belthasar's going to get some more ammo here too. Skips those missiles, very expertly done. Think so? Maybe if you routed in after picking up speed to grab those power bombs, it would save you from picking up one of the out-of-the-way power bombs, like Criteria power bombs or something. But yeah, you're not having the extra supers for Ridley would be super dangerous, in my opinion. Like, if I'm given row 5, I want to route it so I have 30 supers going into Ridley. Maybe 25 at least. We'll see here if Ddraig decides to pick up. Nope, not going for screw attack. Are you picking up Criteria Super then? Or GT? And Ddraig going to take it safe on worst room in the game. Going to kill these guys with supers. And just face tank now. It's fine. This is Amphitheater, for those wondering what the names of rooms are. It's another dangerous room here as the lava rises, especially without space jump. At least they have gravity, which makes this a lot safer. Alright, Ddraig heading down. It's gonna pick up his last power bomb pack that he needs, and power bombs of totally not shameful because it's required to get his row. And looks like Belthasar is gonna go ahead and refill a little bit before heading down to Norfair. And there we go. 30 power bombs for Ddraig. And all that's left is to kill the giant space pelican. And he will advance. Belthasar heading into Lower Norfair. Right behind him. Gonna do a gravity jump here to get up. Almost. If you pause and then jump just before the menu kicks in, and then take out gravity, you'll vault up like this. And there's some technical explanation of why that is. It has something to do with when the game determines your velocity in the water, and then all of a sudden you don't have gravity, and it goes, oh, you should be going faster up or something. I don't know. And Ddraig going to do some farming here, get his super count back up. This is, by the way, one of the reasons why I'm surprised I didn't pick up Spacer. It would have made this farm probably a lot easier. It also would have allowed them to do row 4 if they decided that was good. There you go. Listen to Derp and Spaghetti Toast Book. Belthasar chose not to kill the pirates at first, and then chose to kill the pirates because those guys. It's not called worst room in the game because it's easy. You know? All right, Ddraig is happy with his health. Has his 30 supers. Can miss. What would that be? 4 of them? He has power bombs too, so he actually could miss quite a few and still be able to kill him. He's gonna go ahead. He did get tail sniped by one of those supers, so he went ahead and shot some missiles to catch back up. And 12 more to go. Oh, he gets picked up. That's not good. And I think Ridley's dead. Just needs to get picked up. Ridley's being a little chump. And there we go. Ridley is dead. And Ddraig has done with an official SRL time of 50:51. GG, Ddraig. Nicely done. Congratulations. And we've lost the bingo card because there's another bingo starting soon, I think. I don't know if we can get that back or not. Trust me when I tell you that I am still looking at the bingo card. And all that Belthasar has left to do is to defeat Ridley. Yeah, Ddraig, that was a terrible card, actually. That's what we in the business call not a fast card. Hey, we've got it back. Nice. Alright, so Belthasar going to farm up these supers. He did have an extra super pack, so he went with 31. Gonna shoot them supers right into Ridley's face. Turn around, Ridley. What are you doing? Behave. One into the ceiling just as a warning shot. Make sure he knows he's got more. All right, there's Ridley red. That means he's halfway dead. And Ridley should be just about dead here. Some missiles for good measure. And trying to jump into his legs. There he is. He's got him. And that has Belthasar finishing with an official SRL time of 54:02. Nicely done. GG to both runners. Make sure you give both these runners a follow. And if you enjoyed that race, there is another dab match coming up on SpeedGaming 2. And I believe right now. I don't know if it has started yet, but it is starting soon. So if you want to, you can head on over to SpeedGaming 2 and check out Woody versus A Real Cutie. Two more fantastic runners. So go ahead and check that out. I actually am going to go head over and do commentary there. So if you all come over and watch, I will see you there. Thank you very much. Have a good night and happy Freedom Day.